9 shocking egg mistakes you make every day. Stay with me until the end of this video. You'll discover essential information you never knew you needed. I was that person who thought I knew everything about eggs. After all, I'd been cooking them since I was tall enough to reach the stove. But when my perfectly poached eggs kept turning into watery messes, I realized something was seriously wrong with my technique. What I discovered changed everything about how I handle this kitchen staple. Eggs might seem simple, but they're actually one of the most mishandled foods in our kitchens. Research from the Food Safety Center shows that improper egg handling contributes to over 79,000 cases of foodborne illness annually. Yet most of us continue making the same mistakes day after day without realizing the consequences. Mistake 1. Storing eggs in the refrigerator door. That convenient egg compartment in your refrigerator door. It's actually the worst place for your eggs. Temperature fluctuations every time you open the door accelerate quality deterioration. According to food scientists at Cornell University, eggs stored in the refrigerator door lose freshness up to 40% faster than those kept in the main compartment. The ideal storage spot is in their original carton on a middle shelf where temperature remains most consistent. Mistake 2. Cracking eggs directly into your mixing bowl. When I bake, I used to crack eggs straight into my batter. Big mistake. The American Culinary Institute recommends always cracking eggs into a separate small bowl first. Why? If one egg is spoiled, you won't ruin your entire recipe. Plus, it's easier to remove shell fragments without digging through your pancake mix. Mistake 3. Keeping eggs at room temperature too long. I once left eggs out for hours before baking, thinking they'd blend better at room temperature. While room temperature eggs do incorporate more easily in batters, the USDA warns that eggs shouldn't sit out longer than 2 hours, or just 1 hour if your kitchen is above 90 Fae. Beyond this time frame, bacteria can multiply rapidly, increasing spoilage and food poisoning risks. Mistake 4. Washing eggs before storage. This was my biggest surprise. Washing eggs before storing them actually removes their natural protective coating called the bloom, which seals the porous shell against bacteria. Research from the Journal of Food Protection demonstrates that washing eggs before storage can increase bacterial penetration by up to 20 times. If you're concerned about cleanliness, wait to wash eggs until right before use. Mistake 5. Throwing away eggs past their expiration date. That date on your egg carton isn't actually an expiration date. It's typically a sell-by date. Eggs can remain fresh for 3-5 weeks from the packaging date when properly refrigerated. The simple float test can determine freshness. Fresh eggs sink and lie flat. Slightly older eggs stand upright on the bottom, while floating eggs should be discarded. This simple test has saved me from wasting perfectly good eggs countless times. Mistake 6. Boiling eggs at a rolling boil. That aggressive rolling boil is the enemy of perfectly cooked eggs. High heat causes eggs to cook too quickly, leading to rubbery whites and greenish yolks. Culinary experts at America's Test Kitchen recommend bringing eggs just to a boil, then removing from heat and covering for 9-12 minutes depending on desired doneness. This gentle method prevents the sulfur reaction that creates that unappetizing green ring around yolks. Mistake 7. Not using older eggs for hard boiling. Fresh eggs are great for frying and poaching, but older eggs, around 7-10 days old, are actually better for hard boiling. As eggs age, their pH changes and they develop a small air pocket that makes them easier to peel. I've reduced my peeling frustration significantly since learning this trick from professional chefs. Mistake 8. Refrigerating eggs with strong-smelling foods. Eggs have porous shells that can absorb odors from pungent foods like onions and garlic. In a study from the Journal of Sensory Studies, eggs stored next to onions absorb detectable flavor compounds within just 3 days. Keep eggs in their closed carton away from aromatic foods to maintain their delicate flavor profile. Mistake 9. Cooking eggs at high heat. High heat is the enemy of perfect eggs. It causes proteins to tighten too quickly, resulting in tough, rubbery textures. Lower temperatures allow proteins to coagulate gradually, creating tender, creamy eggs. The Culinary Institute of America teaches that the ideal temperature for scrambled eggs is medium-low, allowing for gentle cooking that preserves moisture and tenderness. I completely transformed my egg cooking after learning these facts. Now, I store eggs properly, cook them gently, and no longer throw away eggs that are still perfectly good. The difference in quality is remarkable. My scrambled eggs are creamier,